Hello everyone and welcome to Loading Ready Live. It's Victoria Day weekend, a holiday solely celebrated in Canada because at some point in time we decided that we liked Queen Victoria just enough to give ourselves a day off to think about her. Colloquially known as the 2-4 or May Long, Victoria Day is celebrated on the last Monday preceding May 25th. Originally marking Queen Victoria's birthday, this day then became the birthday of several Georges. It is now Queen Elizabeth's birthday, and someday soon it will be Will's birthday. Canadians try not to think too hard of what a massive coincidence it is that every sovereign's birthday falls on the same unfixed day, but we do take some comfort in knowing that we are responsible for the only qualification for being the ultimate arbiter of law in several countries. How do we celebrate it? Canadians will often memorialize Queen Victoria's legacy by going out into what they find it convenient to think of as untamed wilderness and get absolutely liquefied on Crown Royal, while simultaneously scolding others for doing the same. Queen Victoria was a big fan of tying one on, after all. But the one thing we can say with absolute certainty is that this is live, so something's going to happen.
From near and far, young and old, people of every shape, ability, and gender, welcome to Loading Ready Live. Today on the show, we dream about what a post-lockdown vacation looks like on Showdown. We take a bold step into the future on Empty Space. We realize there's more to life than eating in the medium Canadian cheese roll. Man, I haven't cleaned house. My boss is coming over for dinner, and I'm self-employed. All this and more on Loading Ready Live, starting right now.
Hello and welcome to Loading Ready Live. We have an amazing show for you this week. But before we get started on that amazing show, I want to shout out Jeff Mahoney, who made our amazing moon base Flythrough. It looks so impressive. It looks just like the real moon base.
Mm-hmm. Right down to the thin layer of lunar regolith that shreds your lungs and skin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was so impressive, I got distracted and didn't hide the scene that I was supposed to.
Well, luckily I knew I was going to be back on screen, so I wasn't doing anything inappropriate.
That's the name of the game here, is nothing too inappropriate unless you know you're on screen.
Absolutely.
Record it or can't make money
I've
on
gotten
it.
so fast at picking my nose between cuts. It's incredible, honestly. It's like Total Recall up there.
Well, perhaps we will have to test to see if not only your fingers, but your mind is honed for precision, because it is time for Showcase Showdown! Woo! So I put together the Showcase Showdown because as the pandemic has worn on, the prospect of traveling anywhere has become increasingly attractive. Like, I feel like everyone's standards have slipped dramatically. But the question for the two of you, is cabin fever enough to make you want to go on a trip where I plan the itinerary? Right?
Yes.
Well, my thought is that we crave novelty right now. So, but how can we experience novelty? By doing the popular good things that everybody else wants to do when they visit someplace. While many people might describe these as the worst or lowest rated tourist attractions I could find, I want you to keep in mind that I would gladly accompany you to every single one of these sites, which I think adds a little cherry of awfulness on top of that. So.
It is an endorsement of sorts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first? Did we flip a coin?
Oh, we did not.
No.
Ian, rock, paper, scissors?
All right. I'll choose rock.
I guess Ian goes first.
Right.
All right. Okay, it's time for our first showcase. So, if you've never seen Showcase Showdown, this is a terrible place to learn what the hell it's supposed to be. But I'm going to show Ian a showcase of great prizes, and then he's going to guess on he's either going to bid on it or pass it. And then if he passes it, Cameron has to bid on it. That's Cameron's showcase. But if Ian wants it, then he's got to put in a bid, and then Cameron gets a showcase, and he puts in a bid, and the person who is the closest without going over wins, but nobody wins anything, because obviously none of this is real. So why not play along at home, because you have an equal chance of taking away the big prize.
Kathleen, I've been waiting at least 4 years for this chance, which was the time when I was able to watch Price is Right on broadcast television.
Well, Ian, let's see if your price is right, because you're going to scenic Albania. Possibly, if you want this showcase, because Albania has been on my tourist radar for a few years now. My very best friends went there for their honeymoon. It's really cheap. And did you know that Albania is an independent branch on the Indo-European language tree, so it's impossible to understand anything that's being said to you? And Albanians themselves are like, why would you come here? But first of all, you've got to fly to Albania. So one of these things, you're going to be flying from Vancouver with a mere 9-hour layover in Frankfurt and arrive 22 hours later at the Albanian capital of Tirana. So first of all, you get Albanian airfare in your showcase. But what is Albania known for? Well, good news. You should tour some of Albania's amazing war bunkers, because Albania is home to over 175,000 concrete bunkers. They were all built during the Cold War by the extremely paranoid dictator Enver Hoxha, and there are bunkers everywhere, and like almost all of them are abandoned, Ian. So here's bunkers in a field, just in the middle of nowhere. Here's the inside of a bunker. As you can see, that's crumbling concrete. Probably inside broken alcohol bottles and softcore pornography.
Gonna need my tetanus, okay.
Yeah, here's a bunker they built right on the edge of a lake for some godforsaken reason.
Oh, that's vetted.
Yeah. Bog house. So anyhow, those are all the bunkers. But speaking of useless piles of concrete, why not visit what is surely one of the world's most useless, the Enver Hoxha Pyramid? So what you're looking at here, that's the outside of the pyramid. I should have picked a better picture. But this was built in 1988 to memorialize Hoxha after he finally died after 40 years of increasingly iron-fisted rule. And this enormous structure was the most expensive building ever built in Albania. And it almost immediately fell into disrepair because shortly after it was completed, communism failed. That used to have marble cladding on the outside, but that was all stripped off. And people now like toboggan down it in the winter and practice street art on it. It also has held a conference center, a NATO base, and a nightclub named Mummy because it looks like a pyramid. So here's the inside. It's completely abandoned, but it is architecturally significant and anthropologically significant, sociologically significant, I think.
I think I've played this Counter-Strike map.
Yeah. But I've talked about a lot of concrete that's like dedicated to a dead person. So why not look at some bronze that honors a living person, right?
Ooh.
We can go to the Fush Kruge statue of George W. Bush. Okay, so this was built in 2011 to commemorate the first time an American president had ever been to Albania. And this is where he went. And people were super excited to see him. This is a 9 foot tall, 9'3". It's really big. It's just in the middle of this little town. Okay.
Pictures you can hear .jpg. Howdy.
I didn't know George W. Bush dressed right.
Wherever. Kathleen, what's
I think
next?
it's a pretty good likeness. Okay, so we learned a lot about America. So Albanians do love American culture. And speaking of American culture, why not take a break from your tour of looking at massive outdoor structures by going inside to the Fabulous Friends Bar and Coffee Shop? This is it. It's just a normal cafe. But the sign is the Friends logo, and it has become somewhat famous online for this. That's it. They serve coffee. They make coffee. As you can see, this is a really nice looking coffee, but it's in an orange peel, which is unusual.
What? To say the least.
That's an orange.
Innovative.
Speaking of innovative, they've poured a shot into their tamper. Which, like...
I'm glad Serge isn't here.
Yeah. I think he would probably have had an aneurysm by this point.
So you've had a nice coffee and a pastry, we'll say, at Friends Cafe.
Okay.
You got to stay, right? So you got to stay somewhere. So where are you going to stay? Will you do all these things? Well, I found for you. It's the lowest rated hotel in Albania.
Aww.
So look, I spent a long time searching on TripAdvisor, and I'm pleased to present you with a 7-day booking at the Hotel Janufra, which is located by one of Albania's honestly very nice beaches. Legit, Albania has good beaches, and the country has lots of wonderful things to see that I am obviously not showing you here. But anyhow, Hotel Janufra boasts an average 2.5 star rating and this hilarious review. If you switch on a light and the water heater at the same time, you get an electricity breakdown. If you do nothing, you have an electricity breakdown. There's a kitchen, but nothing works. Beds are very painful for your back. And when I asked for a solution, the manager said, "It's Albania," and walked away.
Wow, that sounds powerfully real.
Yeah. Just so I'm clear, which of these buildings in this picture is the hotel?
I think it's all one large seaside amusement and mediocre restaurant complex.
I actually really appreciate that answer.
So anyhow, Ian, all this and more can be yours if the price is right, or nearby, I guess.
Well, I think I will take a bid on that, because I think I have a fairly good idea of what that's going to be.
All right. So, Ian, remember, you get an airline flight.
Okay.
You get to look at so much concrete and then some bronze.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a cafe, and you get to stay at Hotel Janufra for 7 days. So, let's see. I think we do your bid now. It's been so long since I've done this. What's your bid, Ian?
Well, let's see. We're going to have at least, I say, 1,500, because we're stopping in Frankfurt, which is not a cheap layover, for 9 hours before heading to Albania. That's going to be about a $1,500 flight. Thankfully, the activities, I believe, are free in my head, because if someone said, "Hey, you can go into this abandoned building, but we'll charge you $20, I mean, I'm probably in LA, but if I'm not, and it's Albania, then it's a ruse. So free for the George Bush statue, free for the concrete memorial to concrete. For the hotel,
that one's the real twister.
That is the twister. I'm gonna say it's probably not. Wait, no, it probably is traditionally owned by the family, so he can charge whatever he wants. $75? No, $50 a day. $350. You know what? Cap it off at $3,400.
3,400 Canadian?
3,400 Canadian for the trip.
All right. Well, Ian, we're going to see if you are right after we show Cameron his showcase. Cameron, you are also going on an imaginary vacation to be underwhelmed, but you're going somewhere completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to go to beautiful... Oh, I gotta be on a different screen. Sorry, 1 second. Are you ready to go to beautiful... No, wrong way. New Zealand!
Absolutely.
Hooray!
I have friends in New Zealand.
Excellent. So if you found New Zealand is known around the world for it's got stunning beaches, it's got beautiful mountains, it's got many Hobbit-centric tourist attractions, and you're gonna have fun in New Zealand unless you go to all of these places that I want to go to, at the exclusion of those. So, first of all, you're gonna have to fly to New Zealand. Whoops, you're gonna have to fly to New Zealand. So factor in your return trip from Vancouver to New Zealand. Keep in mind that you can't actually even get to New Zealand right now, so this is an extra hypothetical thing. So this is like the historical average of a flight to New Zealand. So anyhow, but after you get to New Zealand, you will immediately take a bus to Napier, which is down there on one of New Zealand's many coasts. And you are going to take that bus. So factor in the price of the bus. It takes, the bus ride itself is only 8 hours and 10 minutes. I don't know why Google Maps is telling you it's going to take 18. It's only 8 hours on the bus. But once you get to Napier, you're going to visit the absolute one-of-a-kind Possum World Museum and Fur Store.
Fur store.
Well, there's a good story behind this, Cameron.
I'll bet there is.
Most people really like possums, or at least tolerate them, but Kiwis feel a bit differently because this is a museum dedicated to the complete and total extermination of the little bastards. So, the brush-tail possum is a native of Australia, and it was introduced to New Zealand in the 1850s so people could use them for fur. And as what happens with every harebrained scheme a white person comes up with to improve a place, things got out of hand, and now the brush-tail possum was in a place where it had no natural predators and an even nicer natural climate, and it proceeded to outcompete all of the native animals and breed uncontrollably. So anyhow, when you go into Possum World, there is like these little displays and stuff like that, which feature lots and lots of taxidermied possums, including this one that is talking about possum reproduction in a kind of fun way.
What? No, I know what that possum is doing to the other possum, but...
I don't think they actually do that, but... I don't know. I don't know much about.
Are you going to argue with science, Kathleen?
Yeah, I'm not a possum expert. These people are. But there's some other. This is my other favorite exhibit. This is a possum that's been run over by a car, and then this is a little choir of possums singing. Probably to its demise.
Yeah, singing Dies Irae.
Yeah, I think so. Now, Possum World it's also a store where you can buy things that are made with like New Zealand merino wool and possum fur, which is apparently very soft and very nice. So, that's, you may as well use them for something. But you may have guessed from this first destination that New Zealanders, Kiwis, might have a reputation for eccentricity. So what is more eccentric than somebody literally trying to force an eccentric tourist attraction? It's New Zealand's famous toothbrush fence. This was a normal ass fence that was started, it was in Te Pahu. It was started in 2006 by Graham Cairns. There he is with his newspaper coverage. He wanted to start a tourist attraction. Quote in this newspaper article, "I noticed toothbrushes were like tropical fish as they came in a bewildering range of colors and shapes. So it just started sticking them up there, and everybody else went for it." Here's the toothbrush fence. It just goes on like this for miles. It was in an episode of Flight of the Conchords. They mentioned it. It was a plot point. Yeah. So that but what if you want to look at some other things strung on a fence? Where did he get this stupid idea from? Well, it turns out New Zealand has a long-standing tradition of just dedicating fences to things. There's another picture of the toothbrush fence. It's huge, as you can see. But New Zealanders like to stick things to fences, including bras. So this is the Cardrona bra fence that's in Otago, and nobody knows how it got started. The first bra appeared sometime between 1988 and 1999, according to local legend. And after a while, it really took off. It actually became so popular. There was 800 bras along there, and it was a traffic hazard because people would get distracted while driving past the fence, and they had to move it. Yeah, they had to move it off the main road, and somebody who lived around there put it up their driveway, probably as a way of advertising their business. But now you can go and visit the bra fence, and you can leave a donation for the New Zealand Breast Cancer Foundation. But if you can't make it, if you just mail the person if you mail the caretaker of the fence a bra, she'll put it up there for you.
Huh.
So,
I mean, that can't be cheap. Those things are expensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a cheap bra is not that expensive. Presumably, you don't hang up a bra that you're really quite fond of. I don't know. Maybe this is a value judgment I'm making on the quality of bras that are up there. But at this point, are you wondering if there is anything a New Zealander won't put outside to look at? And the answer is actually no, because our next destination is New Zealand's 6th most popular tourism destination of one year, according to an online article I found, Teapot Land. So Teapot Land is started about 15 years ago when Graham Renwick, who's the guy who lived here, found somebody had stuck a teapot on his fence. So then he's started putting more teapots outside. And so now there's over 1,300 teapots in his garden. There's a donation box, but that's it. You don't get to go inside his house or anything like that, but you can go and look at the teapots.
Why are so many of these stories of people who just decide, well, I guess I live like this now? Bra on the fence? Sure, guess that's where we are. Teapot? Yep, I guess I'm a teapot man now.
I think it has to do with the natural curiosity and adaptability of Kiwis. What happens when I do this? Man, it's a whole island of chaotic aligned people, I think.
I can appreciate that.
Better than the alternative.
But speaking of chaos, you've seen. Well, actually, I would say this is it's the most orderly chaos you can have. But what's more chaotic than eating a meal in the Taupo McDonald's airplane? So, that's right. In Taupo is a McDonald's franchise. It's the only McDonald's in the world that features a decommissioned Douglas DC-3 as part of the restaurant.
Point of order, are we sure that that's not a McDonnell Douglas DC?
Oh, I get it.
I'm getting corrected on my pronunciation. It's Taupo, not Taupo. Taupo. I will fix that. But anyhow, so this is a real airplane. It was a crop duster, and then it got decommissioned, and it sat outside a used car lot to advertise the used car lot. But like in the 90s or something like that, the McDonald's bought the lot, and rather than get rid of the airplane, they just put seats inside it. And so now you can go and eat a meal there. So why not enjoy the most chaotically New Zealand meal I could order you at McDonald's, which was a Kiwi burger, which features beef, fried egg, sliced beetroot, cheese, lettuce, and tomato, a banana shake, and a small fries. Now, is this the weirdest stuff that New Zealand has to offer? Honestly, no. I had to cut lots of things. I could have done 2 showcases just on New Zealand, but this is all I've got time for, so bid now.
Okay, flight to New Zealand, that has to be in like the $3,500 range, right? So let's start there. I'm going to say the toothbrush fence, free. The bra fence, possibly free, but with a suggested donation for breast cancer research. Possum World, let's put that in like the $20 admission fee range, and maybe they'll sell some paintbrushes. You know, maybe they're trying to build possum as a replacement for sable, which is getting rare. And then a meal at McDonald's. Wait, there's a bus ride, too, to Napier. See, buses in Canada could be, like, shockingly expensive, so let's budget $200 for the return trip. I'm gonna say $37.50.
$37.50. All right. So Ian's put in his guess at $3,400, and Cameron's guessing at $37.50. Let us now reveal the various prices. So first, let's go through Ian's showcase once again. So the plane fee. Ian, I am so impressed with you. I looked it up. $1,450 round trip was my Google result. You got $1,500. Fantastic guessing. Really good job. Those bunkers, obviously, they're free, but you also mentioned this as well. I'm budgeting $100 for you to get a tetanus booster because, like, come on.
Yeah, nope, smart.
All right. The Enver Hoxa pyramid. Obviously, you don't have to pay for that. But I do have some bad news. You can't even get up to it anymore. It's all fenced off because it's going to be refurbished and turned into a youth cultural center. There's the concept art. So Albania is going to get a little less showcase showdowny.
Brutalist doesn't necessarily mean drab.
That's true. I think this is actually really fun.
Yeah, I
obviously,
like that.
I hope they actually started construction February of this year. You're okay. So you're obviously it doesn't cost you anything to see the statue of George W. Bush.
I will stop though. It's going to cost me
Yes?
about $15 there because I am absolutely buying a miniature version of that in one of the stalls nearby.
That's fair. That's fair. There's no cost to get to where the George W. Bush statue is because there's no like public transport, and I could not figure out how to. I mean, surely somebody will let you ride the back of their van for like a 10 spot or something, but that's to you. That's for you to negotiate. But I will point out that this statue is not wearing a watch. Because and I don't know if the reason why, but for a long time it was rumored that Bush had his watch stolen by enthusiastic locals who were shaking his hand. But it turns out he just they did even back in the day, back in 2008, they had to do a frame by frame YouTube analysis, and he just took it off and handed it to somebody in the Secret Service. But like it was an internet kerfuffle for a while. All right, going to this place, I budgeted you $10 Canadian, which is plenty in Albania. And the lowest rated hotel, that's the inside of Hotel Genufra, by the way.
I've stayed in worse places.
Yeah.
In this province.
I budgeted. Yeah. I gave you $700 Canadian, which is way above the asking rate for the normal hotels in the area. But a lot of the reviews mentioned unadvertised extra charges, so I wanted to, bump up that your amount a little bit.
Security deposits and deposits on my security.
Yeah, exactly. Fee to get out of the parking lot, fee to get into the parking lot. But anyhow, so your total actually is very cheap. This is very cheap, obviously, because it includes almost nothing you need to actually stay. Your total for the Albanian vacation was only $22.60, so you've gone over quite significantly.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Over. All right, Cameron, let's quickly go through scenic New Zealand.
right.
New Zealand, your flight to get there, about $3,000 Canadian. Return flight. So you're a little bit over, but close. Let's see. Your bus to Napier, that's $68. New Zealand, 58 Canadian. All right. Now, Possum World. I figured, so admission to Possum World's actually free. They don't charge you anything to tell you all about how much possums suck. But they do sell these very nice things. Oops. And whoops. I forgot to put a picture of the scarf. I picked out a nice scarf for your mom. $91 NZ. That's $78.80 Canadian. All right.
Could we just go back one slot to the Possum World sign?
Oh, yeah,
and talk
sure,
about
absolutely.
the kerning on it? There's a whole missing letter. Possum, and then like the possum on the branch, and then like a big blank space. It bothers me.
Well, they've at least fixed it on the banner.
Yeah.
Maybe the possum is stealing it.
Oh, maybe.
Vacation.
Little bastards. Obviously, it's free to visit the toothbrush fence. The bra fence, you were right on the money there, Cameron, exactly. That was it's obviously free to see. I budgeted $5 for you to donate to the New Zealand Breast Cancer Foundation and $15 to buy a cheap bra to leave on the fence. Let's see. And Teapot Land, there's a donation box, so I figured you'd throw $5 in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what about that McDonald's meal? $10.80 for the kiwi burger, $5.10 for the banana shake, and $4 for the fries comes to $19.90 New Zealand, or $17.23 Canadian for that meal.
That's an astonishing cost to go to McDonald's.
Yes. I have not been to New Zealand since I was a child, but I can tell you Australia is very expensive for stuff like that, and I see that New Zealand is about the same price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fancy
So anyhow.
burger territory.
I guess. I don't know. I think for like $5 more, I'd eat at a real restaurant. But let's see what the total value of your showcase is. Cameron, it is unfortunately $3,179.78.
The pandemic has warped my sense of value.
Yes. I'm sorry, but you've both gone over, so nobody wins a showcase showdown. Nobody wins a showcase, which is fine because you weren't getting any of these things anyhow.
Red and Blast.
Those are fantastic, Kathleen.
I had no idea that there was actually such a beautiful architecture in Albania in terms of concrete. Not the pyramid. Those bunkers, some of those domed bunker fields look just downright off-world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't want to try to lead a tank battalion through the plains of Albania.
Was that on the table?
I have no idea.
They did test them by driving tanks over them.
Huh.
Supposedly with the guy who designed the bunkers inside to make sure.
I mean, if I was the guy who designed the bunkers, I'd want to be in the tank. Sounds pretty cool.
No, he was in the bunker. I think I think the dictator was in the tank. But that was super fun. And that was great. But now this bit is over and it is time for the next one. So let's check that out.
As Commissioner of the Late Night Dub Fight, people often ask me, where do you find all these amazing clips to dub? Well, normally, the answer is that they're cleaved from the very firmament of film, raised of their audio and context, and laid bare before dub fighter and viewer alike, raw and exposed. But tonight, we have something special. For weeks now, the artist known as Featherweight and I have conferred in secret, and from naught but our own imaginative faculty and Featherweight's considerable artistic prowess, we've crafted a tale of cosmic escapade in 4 parts, artisanally assembled unambiguously for a panel of dubbers. And so, gentle viewer, I insist that you now bear witness to what we call empty space. Enjoy.
Captain's log. Entry 23, I forget. My Facebook status has changed to it's complicated and things haven't gotten easier.
Captain, I'm reading readings on the readings monitor, and it looks like we've got someone acting aggressively, and I recommend that we blow them out of the sky. Your thoughts?
That's a great idea, my tin aluminum friend. What do you think, Jemima? That was a great input, Jemima. As always, I love to hear the things that you have to say.
Oh no! I'm
Clever
so sorry,
as
dude.
always. Well, what do you think our plan of attack should be? I see that, no, your vocoder is now working.
It's hardly the first time this has happened. We should probably adjust it the next time we're in spaceport.
Classic vocoder mishap.
Yeah, you know it is.
Oh, well, I think it's... Oh, dear. I'm just gonna go back to work. No. Wait, were we gonna blast or liquefy those guys?
Blast! We're carefully surgical blast.
Zoop, 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 zoop.
I think the computer's acting up again. You know anything about this?
Oh, I think that if we're seeing the guys, these are the guys, they're on screen.
Ah, these are those spatulins from Spatulin 5. We were sent to deal with them.
That's right, they're extremely aggressive and a little bit horny. Sometimes they do like long walks on the beach. What else is the computer telling me? Ooh, champagne, caviar, eggs. Lots of eggs.
What
do you think?
The horny spatulins of Spatulin 5. We were sent to deal with them. Robot, what should we do to proceed?
Get off space Tinder and, I don't know, maybe load some torpedoes into a tube and maybe charge up the lasers?
Good idea, my Cerebellus friend. Whatever I named you, fire up the lasers.
All right, laser setting to fricassee.
All right, and fire! Right now, fire the lasers.
No, I'd prefer if you wouldn't fire at us. Like, we kind of need some help, you know?
Who authorized you to talk on this frequency?
I patched them in at the last second. I figured it'd be funny to watch them scream as we blew them out of the air. You know how? I like that.
Ah, pleasant as always. Spatulins, prepare to die.
That's right. Hey, we've got a lot of stuff here.
I don't want any of your stuff. We just kind of need some help is all.
Sir, should we maybe, consider putting together the, our lasers?
Oh, I mean, if you want to have a space battle, that sounds fun.
Hell yeah, I could use a space battle to take my mind off this relationship problem.
Fine, okay. Raise the shields.
Shit.
Good point as always, robot. Yes, the shields have been raised, I can tell.
All right, they're raised.
Ah.
Somebody fix this goddamn computer. I can't think a thing that it's even saying. Jemima!
Oh, I think it's saying we got blasted.
Yeah, I concur. We definitely got blasted.
These spatulons are actually a little bit more aggressive. I think we might have to fight.
Well, anything's more aggressive than when we didn't actually fire the lasers, robot.
I'll keep trying to fire them, but it just...
Fire these damn lasers now!
Welcome to the highlight reel.
Hello! Shoot.
Hello, everybody!
Today, I forgot that this was still going.
Our characters walked up to the queen, gave her some stuff. She's like, "You're a wizard. Excellent." Then we went and talked to William Shakespeare and then a fucking cat. And the cat was like, "Don't touch the mushrooms," which we proceeded to go over and touch the mushrooms and get fucking shot in the chest. And everyone's just watching this all happen.
Yeah.
This fucking idiot just like...
This is probably way more entertaining than anything else that's happened in this whole party.
High grade choices. No. Why did we agree that this was a good idea? Why did we look at hard and say, "Oh, that looks too easy"?
Is this teabagging?
Please, they're called crouches of respect and admiration.
Strategic planning goes a long way, but we're on the draw. I think we can keep it. We do need a lot of mana, right? We need a lot of mana.
This is fine.
Oof. Oh, no.
Every time. Man.
Every time, man.
Every time
It's
I
just...
keep a 5-lander. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, Graham.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, just living.
Not anymore.
I got a TV for seeing someone die. Wish that happened every time.
When you feel something, you pull it out of a bag. It's a person! A whole human being! He's wearing green clothing and has a small peach hat at the top of his head. It's fucking Tingle. Beach! It's Tingle! He carries a bow. and on his back is a quiver of arrows. Oh my god. He looks around perplexed and
No,
says,
no.
This
isn't Sherwood Forest. Then he removes a key from his pocket and says, "Here, this must be yours." Hands it to you and wanders off, muttering, "I know Nottingham's around here someplace."
How do I make the tail appear diaphanous?
I'm an artist, not a writer. Don't use big words.
Oh no! Oh no! Jesse just makes that bleep, bleep, bleep reversing noise. Just back it up.
Why that noise, Brain?
Oh, okay. So like opalescent, translucent.
How dare you pull out a word like opalescent?
What?
After all that.
Highly suspicious of Jer. Yeah.
As you should be.
Can you guys, like, moisturize your balls, please? Shit's repulsive.
I like that people are like, what? Both the carriage and the castle? Yes, this is what you call a mobile home.
I think it's going to look even better when it has like a proper like thick base. So Serge, if you could construct a thick base for our
child,
our windmill shaft. Underneath they wrote borderless for like the borderless art, and underneath the regular version of the card they put standard. And it was, I think, yeah, Kelly Diggs retweeted and was like, you can't just write the word standard beneath a picture of Counterspell. You're going to give people heart palpitations.
Yeah.
Someone in Twitch chat said that it's nice to know that the person that spent the most money won, so magic is still working as intended.
8 is definitely not 14.
What?
I agree.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty close, though. Tonight's episode of Math with Loading Ready Run.
But you could go find out more on store.loadingreadyrun.com. Got these cool pixel t-shirts that say Loading Ready Run on them, so people will know my ghost, not only fashionable, but watches Loading Ready Run with me. After all, who's gonna watch the fun comedy videos, if not your ghost friends?
A beautifully polished wooden bowl lies in the grass. You pick it up and study it, but see no use for it, except possibly.
Except possibly. Possibly.
What could you use a bowl for?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no use for a bowl, really.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. A wooden bowl like that, I don't know what you could possibly do with it. What can you do with the bowl, Adam?
Put salad in it.
Yeah!
Your horse makes me uncomfortable.
Why? Why would about this horse would make anyone uncomfortable?
I mean, I knew that it probably had a weird soul, but dang.
Do you make sounds when drawing?
Probably.
Yeah, you'd never know, would you?
No, I would have no way of finding out. And I will never have any way of finding out. Oh god, unless I make noises while I'm in life drawing.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh
Do you ever
god.
find like the nude models just turn their head to look at you and stare dead-eyed in your direction?
Sometimes.
Like Kurosawa, I make mad films.
All right, I don't make films.
films. But if I did, they'd have a samurai.
Oh no, it's handsome.
No one's ever called one of my horses handsome.
It was my pet bird's first birthday yesterday. His name is Pretzel, and he is a good boy. This is the greatest short story I've ever read.
What kind of bird is it? Not that I would know. You saying it, so I don't know why I'm asking that question, but
I'm invested.
I guess
now.
I can Google it. Yeah, I need to know what kind of bird it is.
Ow! Oh,
lovebird.
Yeah,
Is
lovebird.
that an actual?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna spend all day.
Are you ready for something vaguely erotic? Because this book is vaguely erotic. It's just it's the edging of choose your own adventure.
The bird's gorgeous. Oh no, the bird's hot. What? That's what your bird looks like? Damn.
This month is going to be wild because you will get to experience me making a bunch of grotesque noises. Here's a quick tip, buddy. Don't go after a guy just because he's got a big backpack. You might find out the backpack is filled with assault rifles.
Your dice are your friends. Unless they're not.
Tool, yep.
Twill.
No, Tweel is the cookie that's made in French cooking.
Twill's not a cookie.
Tweel is a cookie. Well, it's not really a cookie, but it's like a baked thing. Look, just I know what I'm talking about.
Like the tool. Cheers?
No.
Yeah.
Tool cheers.
Too much anime? What do you mean too much anime? A bird can be hot. This is unfair to birds.
You have a literal emote for scope creep.
Yes, to remind myself not to fall for the trap.
But you always do. Isn't that your thing? Isn't it number one, actual literal baby, number two, off by one, number three, scope creep? Didn't I just name your brand?
Feeling very attacked right now.
Ben, you want to fight using cards?
Do I?
Adam, want to make fun of these people while they play?
I don't want to make fun of them because they're trying their hardest, Nelson.
Well, we've sorted out our dynamic then.
Yeah, great. All right, we all know exactly our roles in this one.
I really serious you there, didn't I?
Yeah, Adam. The rules of improv walked in the door, and Adam said that, and he went, "No, not here. Wrong house, I guess."
Yeah.
If I jump on this, this is bad, right? Yep. Yep. Did the science. Ah! Here, I can stop doing the science now. Heather can't stop doing science.
Internally, we know that his name is just Wheeler now. It's like Prince or Cher.
Yeah. My parents have called me Wheeler. It's very weird.
Or it's just the cleverest way for Graham to be like, I had a lot of fun with Nelson and Ben Wheeler. And everyone was a delight. Nelson and Ben Wheeler. Looking forward to playing.
We had to sign off for tomorrow night after you crush it.
Yeah, we had a great time here. Thanks everybody and Ben. Yeah, right.
Chris,
I love you.
I know.
do the right thing. The arrow hurtles towards your target, but it never reaches it. Instead, it turns around in midair, returns towards you, and thuds into your back.
Wow, you are the monster.
Subtract 4 life points. The arrows you picked up were arrows of backstabbing.
Why do we even have these arrows?
Oh no. That's a... Oh no. We have to take it. Oh no. That's so mean.
Campus and Sloth and another rescuer here.
Wasn't it wasn't it was the Friday Night Paper fight when you stone rained me like 4 times?
Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. You were a jerk. No, I remember that. Wait a second. Hey, Graham, we never talked about this.
We could have Prismari Campus to scry that turn. Graham really loves it when the campuses get.
Oh, you're right. Oh, man.
I don't mean to be a jerk. Anyone could. I would
wow,
have missed
just
it
calling
too.
me out like that. You're right. That was suboptimal.
I want people to know about the campuses, though. It's
That's
an
true.
important
That's
mission.
true. Then again, you probably could have played Archaeomancer not into a counterspell.
Hey, and Ben brings it right back like a boomerang.
I'm gonna frost your dog.
Frosty.
Oh my God. Yeah, you better frost it. He's gonna need it for that burn.
Twiels are thin. And why is the picture of it on Twill?
Oh, tool. It's on Tool.
No.
Oh no, it's on.
I'm
Will?
not the most
Will?
diaphanous tool in the shed. All right.
As somebody who was perhaps precocious and had a large vocabulary at a young age, children don't appreciate that.
No,
No,
they
they
don't.
do not.
No, they don't.
They do
No.
not. No.
Hostile.
Yeah.
Very hostile.
The king makes a sweeping gesture, and you wake up lying in the grass, covered in the morning dew. Cradled in your arms, safe and dry, is the sack of dust. It wasn't a dream after all. The quest has been won. That's the fucking ending.
And your stricken lord will live!
Oh, this book sucks.
Well, I was sitting in class the other day, Paul, in like science. Nintendo sent back this note. It said, "Do you like Mario?" Yes, no. And they didn't give me the other option or the maybe option, and I didn't know if I should send it back or not.
Well, it says who's Mario?
I was just like, yeah, Mario's okay,
Results
but I don't want to
unclear.
hurt Mario's feelings, so I'm just gonna ignore this email and delete it.
James is a grumpy old man.
He is a grumpy old man. He's back to fucking mining blocks.
Yep, that's
in
our,
a downwards fashion every morning.
that's our James.
Leave it to Turner to find the way to make a game not fun.
Put the anvil right here.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh no. Oh no.
What did you give me? This axe is absurd!
What?
Oh,
Do
no.
you have any idea how long it took Uno and I to make that floor?
What the fuck? Why would you give me an axe that did whatever the hell that just was?
James, it took us hours!
What?
The herringbone! The herringbone!
Yeah, good point. Whatever
Adjust
you
the
said right there.
vocoder in your helmet.
Oh no! Oh, Captain, I'm being shot at! Help!
Well, who are you being shot at by? Come in, Ensign.
I think we've got intruders, sir. I don't know if we can shoot them in the ship.
Oh no, there's definitely some aliens that have beamed on board.
How did they do that? Wait, we have technology that just lets you beam onto each other's ships? Why do we even have gangplanks to get onto other ones then? Yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad we have that beaming technology. Hey, should we shoot back maybe?
Do you want me to intercept them, sir? I'm on my way.
I would love to be intercepted. I would love some help here. I'm literally being shot.
Oh god, they're bringing help. Maybe this isn't such a good idea, guys.
Hey, can you guys, get the hell off our ship? We got stuff to do today. You know,
Yeah, I have to go and make sure that my relationship's gonna stay stable.
Oh, sir, now's not the time for Tinder. We're under attack.
Hey,
Everything okay over there? I sent some of my friends over to have a conversation.
Do you mean a conversation with guns and explosions? Because that's the kind of conversation we're having.
Yeah, is that not how you guys talk?
Not typically. Typically, we're more like, hi, what are you into? Eggs, caviar, beaches? Oh my god, we're completely under attack. Why isn't anyone doing anything up there on the bridge?
Well, I'm here. I'm trying to help.
Well, it seems like this is the only way they'll respond.
Hey, shut up. I'm doing my best.
I don't think you are doing your best, but you know what? Cover me while I lay down some fire.
Oh god, cover them while they're putting down fire. Get cover.
Yeah, here comes the fire.
I'm ready to shoot you. Just watch. Pee!
Oh, hey, hang on. Captain, is it okay if we just, ice these dudes?
Yeah, whatever gets this done faster. Ice those dudes. Make it so.
All right, I'm going to deploy the ice guns. And actually, hey, how do you want your... Oh, perfect. Let's blast them into the sky. That should get rid of them. They seem to be calmed down now.
Perfect. All right, now that you've calmed down, you can clearly see that I'm using my calm voice. Maybe we can talk this out like regular citizens.
Sir, I'm not sure they're going to be in the mood to talk because I think we just tried to liquefy them.
We're not quite liquid yet, but it's really cold over here.
Okay, why are we even fighting in the first place, Spatulans? What do you want?
Oh, Captain, maybe you should tell them what we want. This seems, like it could lead to more casualties than we were thinking.
Are you saying this is just a... What kind of a gross misunderstanding are you perpetuating here? If we're trying to have a conversation... I can't handle this. Am I supposed to blast you or have an actual diplomacy?
It is a beautiful day here at Beacon Hill Park in Victoria, and we've decided to do some cheese rolling. Cheese rolling is a fine tradition of places that are not here, but we decided to have some fun as well. So we went and got this massive wheel of Dutch Beemster cheese, which, let's be honest, is not actually a real wheel of Beemster cheese. This is a store stand-up that the cheesemonger very kindly gave us when we explained what it was that we were doing. And it's made of very, very thick plastic, which also means that it's not inherently heavy enough to do cheese rolling, which is why Beej and I spent a significant amount of time last night filling it with water. So now it is incredibly heavy. But why, you ask, go through all the trouble to fill a fake cheese wheel with water just to get something to roll down a hill? Well, that's because this piece of Beemster, which is very real, and you can see how much of that is, this was $93. So to get a whole wheel would have maybe gone a titch outside the budget. But to the victor go the spoils, these being the spoils, this $93 of cheese. And how do we determine the victor? Well, people are going to chase a wheel of cheese down a hill and see if they can catch it. Traditional cheese rolling is done in more of a free-for-all, mad panic, everyone goes at once scenario. That seems very dangerous, not simply because it's also, still the pandemic times, but also just physically. So instead we're going one at a time, and we're just gonna see who can catch the wheel before it goes out of bounds. We've decided there's an out of bounds. The first thing we're gonna do is test it, because maybe the whole thing falls apart and we don't roll a wheel at all and we just get to share some Beemster. Let's try it. All right, we have our cheese board ready to go, and I don't know how much this weighs because it was too heavy for the kitchen scale, but it's very, very heavy. So let's see how this meadow handles it. Here we go. Cheese away in 3, 2, 1. Oh man.
That's going.
Oh man.
Whoa-ho-ho!
I think it hit him in the foot. Structural integrity report.
It's all solid, no leaks.
Woo! No leaks, we're good. We can begin.
All right, I'm the first competitor, and I think there's a lot of pressure on me for a good showing, but safety first. We don't know what it's actually gonna be like when somebody chases this thing. So let me get some gear on here. I prepared gloves and knee pads, which I think are the most likely points of contact. So, real quick. I also managed to break the old rugby socks out. No, grass burns? Is that a thing? Like rug burns are a thing. No grass burns for me today. Do you know I've never worn hockey gloves before?
All right, team, what's our general thoughts and strategies here? And I use the term team lightly because we're, of course, all competing, but...
Well, it looked like it did not go down the hill straight, which I was expecting, so I'm gonna have to stay on my toes.
I think the word of the day is upright. Remain upright, stay upright, and keep all of your bones in the same direction that they were when we started.
I'm gonna sit down between rolls.
How do you actually catch the cheese? Do you have to touch it or stop it? Like, what actually counts as a cheese catch.
A full body tackle. You gotta just get around that cheese.
Making the cheese stop its physical motion with your body. So if it's a foot, if it's a hand, if it's a whole body hug, but as long as the cheese is no longer moving and you have some part of your body on it.
Full body tackle. Full body tackle.
We've determined the cheese gets a 2-second head start, so I will be counting 3, 2, 1, cheese, 1, 2, go.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Everybody ready?
Born ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, cheese, 1, 2, go! The cheese started wibbling a bit through some slightly taller grasses, which gave Serge the edge to be able to catch up to it. Very well done. Wow, what a tumble.
I did it! Perhaps a little bit too much gusto. I haven't moved this much in about 18 months, so we're gonna stretch it out. But I got the cheese.
How you feeling, Corey?
Terrified.
Fantastic.
Go, Corey!
All right, here we go.
Cheese, cheese, cheese.
3, 2, 1, cheese, 1, 2, go!
Go, Corey!
He's ahead of the cheese.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Have we succeeded?
Yeah!
Slippery cheese. It got. She had her hands on it twice and it escaped.
Whew, still scared.
Ooh, it's solid.
Yeah, that's...
It's not just water, by the way. There's a bit of sand in here too, because Beej and I tried sand first, and we couldn't get sand in it enough. It would have taken like 6 hours.
All the flavor of the ocean.
Yeah, so, are you ready?
As ready as I'm ever going to be. I got the only boots I have that have ankle protection, and that's about it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, cheese, 1, 2, go! I love that Ian's strategy was to sit down on the cheese.
I'm intact. So is the cheese. It's the most I've moved in a year. That's, I think, all of my explosive force. And I get to do it again, right?
Yeah, that's a common theme today.
Woo!
All right, how you feeling?
Like I should have taken a Claritin.
Oh no, are the allergies getting to you?
Not yet.
All right, you think that might affect your performance?
I mean, I think my general physical state will affect my performance more than my allergies will.
All right, let's do it.
Go, Kathleen!
This is so
Thanks,
terrifying.
3, 2, 1, cheese, 1, 2, go!
Oh God,
Go, Kathleen! Go, Kathleen!
The cheese took a real wibble and then just righted itself and effing went. Like, this, I see why they use cheese for this, because it apparently can't be stopped. I mean, not that we're using cheese, technically. Don't think about it too much.
Terrifying. It's the closest I've ever been to catching and killing my own prey. It's a feeling I don't like.
Well, Beej,
Yeah.
you've just lubed up with Vaseline.
Yep. I'm gonna give it cheese a big kiss on the lips.
I mean, I wouldn't. You know where it's been.
No, it's true. It's been in my sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready?
It's full of sand. Yeah. Because yeah.
All right. Let's
Because
do
I
it.
am ready. Got to watch everybody else do this and realize there's nothing you can learn from it.
3, 2, 1, cheese, 1, 2, go! Oh, that cheese is going now. Oh, that cheese is going. Oh my God. Yeah! What happened?
Stopped on its edge.
Hey!
Came to rest on its own.
The cheese rolled to a stop. Beej is claiming it as a victory, which, all right, fair enough. It went, boy, it went.
But to be fair, it had almost stopped rolling before I put a finger on it. So if I just left it, it would have stopped. Because it hadn't, I stopped it. Counts.
To turn my hat around so you can see my face. Well, everybody qualified for round 2.
What?
So, yeah. And everybody caught the wheel, so we're going again. So this time, we're gonna release the wheel at the same time as the runner, but they're gonna be over a meter apart, so that we'll see if that makes it easier for them to catch the wheel, or more difficult, or just entertaining in a way that is different for the purpose of this video. Let's find out. Look at all the different directions it's gone.
Yeah.
It's quite unpredictable.
So I've been watching a lot of nature documentaries, and I'm going to be like a cheetah. I'm gonna pounce before it even has a chance to know that it's being hunted.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go! That was the most cheetah-like I've ever seen Surge. So those nature docs have paid off.
I'll have to check after if my knees and elbows are bleeding, but feeling pretty good, pretty proud, pretty fierce. Yeah. Quick update. I think I am bleeding. But 1 out of 4 ain't bad.
You got some of that grass rash you were worried about.
Oh yeah.
Ready, Corey?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Cheese, go Corey! Come on, Corey!
Dive!
Whew. I'm not sure which leg I want to start on.
Good?
I think so.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, cheese! So what Ian did there was, well, he sat on the cheese again, but he took advantage of the wibbles. The cheese was just about to right itself again and carry on, and he managed to catch it before it found its footing. How you feeling?
I don't want to do this again.
You don't want to do it again?
No, it's terrifying. My
your
knees.
best.
Cheese, 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 cheese! Ah!
3, 2, 1, cheese! Oh my God, that is going.
Oh no, come on! You got this!
Man, that one took off. That cheese absolutely barreled down the hill. Good heavens.
Well, so it's important to remember that humans did not evolve as sprinters. We take down our prey through endurance running. So I simply waited for the cheese to become exhausted and then pounced.
I wish we'd brought the drone just to see all the different tracks that the cheese has left in the grass.
Yeah, kind of the beautiful claw patterns.
Bearing that in mind, do you have a strategy?
I don't even like cheese, Grant.
You don't like cheese?
No, that's a lie. I love cheese, but I'm starting to get really soured on it at this point.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, cheese! It's across the second path. He's down. He's down. He's down. But he did it. He did it. He sacrificed his body and he defeated the cheese. Looks like his hand is hurting a little bit, and there are deer down course. So watch out for the deer.
Came down kind of hard on my hand, but I think it'll be fine. I'll probably like cheese in a week.
What I think the most important thing to note about this situation is that a bunch of people who are old enough to know better chasing a cheese down a hill is not even the weirdest thing that's happening at Beacon Hill Park right now.
amongst the other activities happening on the hill today, there's it looks like an interpretive dance troupe, which is I'm sure they're great. They're doing some very odd personal movements. There's some people sunbathing, stretching, hiking, biking, walking. There's some people practicing archery, and the archer sort of yelled over at us, I want to try and chase the cheese. So now he's going to come and try to chase the cheese, because why not? So Chris looks like someone who's actually done physical activity sometime in the past year, unlike the rest of us. So let's see how this goes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, cheese. 1, 2, go!
You guys eat the cheese afterwards?
Oh, don't worry. No cheese will be wasted. Okay. Terrific job.
Chris 0, cheese 1. There you go, man.
Thank you so much. Terrific job. Well, after many successful rolls and making a new friend, I would say, in fact, that Archery Chris had the most spectacular takedown of the day. We were all pretty successful in stopping the cheese from reaching its destination, which presumably was across Dallas Road and into the Strait of Juan de Fuca, where it would confuse a passing orca. So, given that, we're all just gonna share the cheese. We were probably gonna share the cheese anyway, but that's what we've decided to do. So, shoutouts to Shirelli's Deli for giving us this amazing artificial cheese wheel. Good Lord, that's really heavy. We should find out how much this thing weighs. And there you go, Canadian cheese rolling for fun and goofiness. Hooray!
Hooray! Woo!
Archie!
Cheese, 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 cheese.
It's so heavy. Oh man, you could do CrossFit with this. This is like, ow, ow, don't do that.
All right, Spatulins, you killed somebody who I didn't really get his name. What do you actually want? Boss, we killed somebody. Is that okay?
Hey, Captain, they totally, killed that red shirt. Jones or Davis or...
Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop.
You Spatulins killed Jones and or Davis. Do you have anything to say for yourselves?
They're sending us a series of text messages.
All right. Well, Robot, what do the text messages say?
Something that's like, ASL, you up, my parents aren't home. What is going on?
Look, I came over here because I matched you guys on Space Tinder.
Oh my, wait, you're Jerry? Well, you could have just said that at the start.
I was trying to, but you guys got all hostile when we showed up.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That's how we thought you wanted to roll.
Oh, I'm finding myself a little embarrassed. I was going to blow you out of the sky.
Robot, is there any way we could cut the feed? I don't know. I got a weird read on this guy. Maybe, is this a good date? Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is turning into a bad Tinder match. How do I unmatch somebody on Tinder?
I thought I can never keep the swipe left and swipe right things correctly.
Hey, boss, I can go pick him up now if you want.
Sir, I'm getting an incoming transmission of some JPEG images.
Oh, no. You know what? In my experience, you probably don't want to open those up.
Why not? That's normally this is how we, Look, I have to be honest with you. We need breeding stock. And, I just thought that if we could match and then maybe get up to some sort of, reproductive nonsense. Oh, I don't even know what you call it in your culture.
Well, I mean, you could have been a little bit forward. I've been going through some tough times, and honestly, I could use a nice settle down for marriage type thing.
Yeah, I'm here to listen to you, man. All we got, maybe just meet up in the 10 forward?
I do. Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, I could go for, a nice Ractigino.
Great. Well, do you want to come over here?
Well, I mean, half of your crew is already here. Maybe you should just kind of beam on the rest. Apparently, beaming technology is a thing, so, yeah, let's just all meet up and maybe hang out? I don't know.
Excellent, sir. I'll invite them over for some tapas and maybe some drinks afterwards. Will you be wanting to retire to your jacuzzi suite, or are you thinking the seduction zone bed? Afterwards, we can arrange for maybe some space stuff to happen to their ship, but maybe seems okay.
Aha, I like it. That's just like that one time. We seduce and then reduce their ship to rubble.
All right, I'll bring the sexy lasers.
Perfect. Computer, activate sexy lasers.
Activating sexiest lasers.
All right, prepare and aim.
I'm not sure that this is working out the way the captain wants it to.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like some sort of sexual lasers are firing up here. Damn it! They fired their sexy lasers first! This isn't working at all! They had the same plan we did!
Sir, we're getting 30% damage to our sexy shields! Sir, we successfully disrupted their sexy times.
Good. It seems like they don't understand. They don't have sexy repellent armor.
What will
Great.
happen?
Wow.
Yeah. What a remarkable ending to that episode of Empty Space.
Who knows what could happen next?
Thanks again to Featherweight for setting that up, and Ian for obviously as the commissioner getting this all together for us. That was Loading Ready Live this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to everybody on Twitch and on YouTube, and again to the people on Patreon at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun. If you want to know what else is going on this week, you can check that out on LoadingReadyRun.com/live. But hey, we never get a chance to do this all together. So in 3, 2, 1, and now this.
I'm so glad we managed to get all those weird spatulins off the ship. Martinis afterwards?
Oh, sure, sir. But do you want to cancel the sex bed?
Oh, right. That was still a thing.
Oh, well, maybe we can assign it to that guy.
You know what? It's not so bad here, I think.
Oh, right. Oh, you're still here. Listen, I think together we could really form a good friendship.
I'm feeling that too, but yeah, maybe we don't need to get down and dirty.
Maybe not on the first date, but I'm open. Do you want to go to Space Pelagios? I've never been to Pelagios.
Oh, you'll love Pelagios. It's great. They do really good like tiny pizzas.
Oh, absolutely. And deep dish. Very deep. Hint, hint.
I like it deep. Lots of marinara.
That sounds like my Tuesday night. Well, shall we broker this deal? The Alliance and the Spatulins are together at once?
Sure,
Okay, but maybe none of that marinara for me.
All right, well, we can get you a side of Alfredo.
All right, and make sure not to spill any of it on the contract. I don't want that happening again.
I'll put in an order for some extra wipe-ups and other items.
Do you guys do jalapeno poppers when you go out?
Hell yeah, we do. All right, this relationship is going really well.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this now. When I think about it, I didn't think that this whole thing with the Alliance would work out, but if you like poppers, I like poppers.
Yes, and we'll definitely have to split the bill after this, right? Oh, I didn't even bring my wallet. Could you cover me, Captain?
I've got some sort of gold pressed object in the hold. We'll get it.
Oh, well, all's well that ends well. Hopefully that was a hard day.
It's hard for me.
Hey, wait, did they even give me any money? I'm not taking this whole check to myself.
Huh. Well, nothing that weird happened.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this was just kind of your average space mission.
I see what you mean.
Yes, well, who knows what's going to happen? I sometimes think that there's not a lot out there right now.
Well, there's that ship, and we do have a date.
Right, yes, we're going to have to do that, but I feel like a hole is filling in my heart right now.
I feel like I'm going to need some sort of shower and maybe a tune-up. I mean, I got shot a lot.
Well, maybe together the Alliance and the Spatulins can fill that empty space.